This is off the cuff, but this one feels like it's got some heat to it. Because I'm passionate about it, because I'm tired of where we've been with this whole thing. When it's like, well, just don't doubt, don't have fear, like this like stigma around like doubting and having fear. I want to address it. I want to look at it. I want to take it apart, put it on the table, and show you how everything is working out for your good. Like, instead of it being your fears and your doubts, they're the spirit of fear and the spirit of doubt that is influencing your life. Okay, now why is it influencing your life? Because you're in a place, you're in a position where you can't see. And so what you can't see, that weakness is being exploited, right? That weakness is being taken advantage of. I don't believe that God is like, hey, don't doubt, don't have fear whenever you're being influenced by it. I think that he's saying, like, you're going to come to know that there was nothing to doubt and there was nothing to fear. But right now you're in this in-between place where what I see about you, which is the truth, is not what you quite believe. And I'm the only one that can fill the gap, right? So there's unbelief here. There's unbelief, there's this need to believe. And because there's this need to believe, because there's this unbelief that I've allowed to be here, because I have designed you to have this weakness where you can't see yourself apart from me. You can't see yourself on your own. You are going to naturally be influenced by doubt and fear. This, to me, he uses to build your faith. Because when everything else is coming against you and that doubt and that fear is pressing on you, you will see that it couldn't take you out. But you will also see that it only influenced you from a place of ignorance, which then stirs up this authentic hunger and thirst for righteousness, this authentic hunger and thirst to know the truth that will then set you free, which eventually you will no longer be influenced by storms. You will no longer be influenced by the spirit of doubt and fear. But in the meantime, it's like the Lord uses it to show you where you are in your relationship with him and your relationship to yourself and your perspective, with the promise of, like, one day you're going to be able to see, one day you're going to know the truth. But until then, you're going to have faith in me. I'm going to build faith. I'm going to build trust. So to me, fear and doubt and these spirits that come and influence you in this place of ignorance, that's natural. But we've kind of had it in the church where we're not supposed to do that. That's like something that you don't have. And you have to, like, make sure you're not doubting. And so you have these, like, sermons that go out where it's like, well, this is the truth, so there's nothing to doubt about. It's like, well, if the person knew the truth, they would not be influenced by the spirit of doubt and fear. But they must go through having the spirit of fear and doubt on them, pressing on them, something that the Lord allows to show them that there's nothing to, they have to come to know there's nothing to fear, come to know there's nothing to doubt. This is why whenever a preacher just says there's nothing to doubt because here's the truth and this is what the truth says, it's like the truth is not received like that. Like, it's not something that you just, like, make happen for yourself. Oh, here it is. Now I'm not going to doubt and I'm not going to have fear. And it's like, well, how are you going to make that happen for yourself? Because you're clearly in a position where you need help to see. And if you didn't need help to see, you wouldn't be influenced by doubt and fear. So again, it points to the helplessness of the individual and how God is your only aid. And it's okay, to me, and ask the Holy Spirit, for you to be influenced by fear and doubt, because it just points to where you are in relationship to him and where you are in relationship to trust. Okay? It's not that big a deal. I don't think people like being called out for where they are. And being called out for their inability to be able to see correctly. Because we put so much on ourselves to be able to see correctly. And that's the very place that we've tried to cover up this unbelief, which is this one house in the room that we cannot clean up no matter what. And he's like, I know where you are. I'm where you need me. Now I must show you your desperation for me, your need for me. And so yes, the spirit of doubt and the spirit of fear is going to come and influence you in a place of ignorance. But it's all to draw you to me so that you get positioned to know the truth of yourself, right? It's the desperation and the need that stirs up for you to believe, right? And for you to receive grace to believe. But we are like, no, we can't have fear, we can't have doubt. Just look at the word. The word says this: don't doubt, don't have fear. That's surface level, though. That's surface level. That's some shit that we can do, but it doesn't really do anything because it puts the weight on us to continue not doubting and having fear, when the reality is we're just being dishonest with ourselves.